It all began on an ordinary Tuesday as I stood in my cozy kitchen peeling potatoes for dinner. The rhythmic sound of the peeler scraping against the potato skin was almost meditative, a simple task that I'd done countless times before. The kitchen was filled with the earthy scent of fresh potatoes, and the countertop was dusted with little curls of peel. It was a moment of quiet routine, the kind that often goes unnoticed in the rush of daily life. As I reached to drain the starchy water from the pot, I paused for a moment, my hand hovering over the sink. Was I about to waste a hidden resource without even realizing it? The water, cloudy and thick with starch, swirled in the pot, and I couldn't help but wonder if there was more to it than just kitchen waste. It struck me that so many things we throw away might actually have untapped potential. Gardeners are always told to see potential in kitchen scraps, to look beyond the obvious and find value where others see only garbage. This cloudy potato water seemed too valuable to simply toss down the drain. I remembered stories of people using banana peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells to enrich their gardens. Could this starchy water be another secret ingredient for plant health? The idea began to take root in my mind. What if potato water, or even the milky water left behind after rinsing rice, could actually nourish plants? Both are byproducts of everyday cooking, usually discarded without a second thought, yet they're rich in starches and trace minerals, substances that might just give plants a little extra boost. I started to imagine the possibilities. A kitchen where nothing goes to waste, and every scrap has a second life in the garden. Driven by curiosity, I decided to put this idea to the test with a simple experiment. I gathered 6 identical spider plants, each one healthy and vibrant, and divided them into 3 groups. The goal was to see if these humble kitchen leftovers could make a real difference in plant growth. Would the plants thrive, or would they struggle? There was only one way to find out. Each pair of spider plants would receive a different liquid over the next month. One would get plain water, another would be watered with rice water, and the last would receive potato water. I carefully labeled each jar and made sure the conditions were as identical as possible. This way, I could truly see if the type of water made any difference at all. The anticipation was building, and I couldn't wait to see the results. The stage was set for what I began to call the Great Starch Water Showdown, a quest to discover whether kitchen waste could become a secret weapon for gardeners everywhere. It felt like embarking on a small adventure, one that blended science, sustainability, and a bit of everyday magic. I arranged the plants on the table, double-checked my notes, and prepared to begin the experiment. The 6 spider plants stood ready, lined up like green soldiers on a sunny windowsill, about to become the stars of a story of growth and discovery. Little did I know, this simple experiment would open my eyes to the hidden possibilities in everyday life, and perhaps inspire others to look at their kitchen scraps in a whole new way. To keep things fair, I set clear rules: 6 spider plants, 3 groups, 2 with plain water, 2 with rice water, 2 with potato water. The control group got only tap water, our baseline. Team Rice received water from rinsing uncooked rice, a practice rooted in Asian horticulture. Team Potato got cooled, unsalted water from boiling potatoes. All plants were watered on the same schedule. I tracked 4 things: leaf growth, root health, new pups, and soil condition. At the end of 30 days, I de-pot 1 plant from each group to inspect the roots. The goal: see which kitchen byproduct, if any, truly benefits our plants. Let the experiment begin. Why would potato water help plants? When potatoes boil, they release starch and minerals, especially potassium, into the water. Pouring this onto soil feeds not just the plant, but the beneficial microbes living there. These microbes break down starches, multiply, and create healthier, more vibrant soil. Potassium strengthens plants, improves water regulation, and boosts disease resistance. Potato water is like a gentle, slow-release meal for your garden, nourishing both soil and plant. Unlike chemical fertilizers, it's natural and sustainable. What was once kitchen waste becomes a powerful circular gardening tool. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. Rice water in gardening is an age-old tradition, especially in Asia. It contains starches, minerals, and B vitamins that can boost root growth and plant health. Used wisely, rice water acts as a mild, natural fertilizer, but too much can cause fermentation, sour smells, or a crust on the soil. The key is moderation. Use rice water as an occasional treat, not a daily drink. Always use water from rinsing uncooked rice, and make sure your pots drain well. When used thoughtfully, rice water connects kitchen and garden in a sustainable cycle. As the experiment unfolded, differences slowly appeared. The first 10 days, little change, all plants growing steadily. By day 15, Team Rice looked a bit lusher, with deeper green leaves and more new shoots. The control group was healthy, but unremarkable. Team Potato, though, was thriving. Leaves were longer, wider, and more robust. The plants looked sturdier, as if they'd tapped into extra energy. In Team Rice pots, I noticed a faint sour smell, signs of starch breaking down. Team Potato soil was dark, crumbly, and alive, with no odor. The control group's soil stayed unchanged. Subtle clues revealed how each liquid shaped the whole ecosystem. After 30 days of careful observation and anticipation, the moment of truth had finally arrived. It was time to unearth the results and see how each plant had responded to its unique treatment. With a sense of excitement, we gently removed each plant from its pot, eager to examine every detail, from the roots all the way up to the leaves. The control plants, which received only plain water, showed steady but modest growth. Each one had produced 3 new leaves, each measuring about 15 centimeters in length. The leaves were healthy and green, a testament to the plant's resilience, but there was nothing particularly remarkable about their progress. Team Rice, treated with rice water, showed a subtle but noticeable improvement. These plants managed to grow 4 new leaves, and the color of their foliage was a deeper, more vibrant green. When we examined the roots, we noticed they were slightly more fibrous and robust compared to the control group, suggesting that rice water provided a gentle nutritional boost. But it was Team Potato that truly stole the show. These plants were thriving, with 6 broad, long leaves stretching confidently toward the light. Even more impressive, a new pup had emerged at the base of the main stem, a clear sign of vigorous growth and overall plant health. The roots of the potato water plants were a sight to behold. Dense, bright white, and incredibly vigorous, the root ball was packed with healthy fibers. This robust root system hinted at the secret behind the plant's explosive top growth. It became clear that the foundation of a thriving plant lies beneath the surface. Strong, healthy roots support lush foliage and rapid growth above ground. The potato water had clearly given these plants a significant advantage, allowing them to outpace the others in every way. Potato water didn't just nourish the plants directly, it also transformed the soil itself. The presence of beneficial microbes was noticeably higher, creating a rich living environment that fueled root health and overall plant vitality. Rice water, while helpful, came with a slight risk. We noticed some gentle bubbling in the soil, a sign of mild fermentation. While this didn't harm the plants, it's something to watch for if you're considering rice water for your own garden. Importantly, neither the potato water nor the plain water treatments led to any issues. There were no signs of mold, pests, or unpleasant odors in the soil, ensuring a clean and healthy environment for the plants to thrive. In the end, the results spoke for themselves. Potato water delivered the most profound and holistic benefits, supporting not just lush leaves and strong roots, but also a thriving, balanced ecosystem in the soil. It's a simple, natural solution that can make a remarkable difference in your garden. The verdict was clear. Team Potato won by a landslide. Potato water plants had more leaves, longer growth, and the healthiest roots. The secret: potato water feeds both plant and soil. Potassium and minerals strengthen the plant, while starches fuel beneficial microbes. This creates a thriving ecosystem, not just a potted plant. Rice water gave a mild boost, but didn't transform the soil the same way. The risk of fermentation means it needs careful use. Plain water kept plants alive, but potato water made them flourish. Sometimes, the best plant tonic is already in your kitchen. Have you ever wondered if you could give your houseplants a little extra love using things you already have at home? The good news is, you absolutely can, and it's both easy and completely free. Today, we'll walk you through a simple step-by-step guide to making your own plant tonics using just potatoes and rice. These homemade solutions are gentle, natural, and can help your plants grow stronger and healthier without any chemicals. Let's start with potato water. Begin by boiling potatoes in a pot of unsalted water. The key here is to avoid adding any salt, as salt can harm your plants. As the potatoes cook, they release beneficial nutrients like potassium and small amounts of phosphorus into the water, creating a mild, nourishing tonic for your green friends. Once the potatoes are fully cooked, carefully drain the water into a clean bowl or container. Allow the water to cool down completely to room temperature before using it on your plants. Hot water can damage delicate roots, so patience is important here. Remember, never use salted or hot water on your plants. Salt can build up in the soil and harm roots, while hot water can shock or even kill your plants. Next, let's make rice water. Take a handful of uncooked rice and place it in a bowl. Add enough water to cover the rice, then gently swish and stir the grains with your fingers. This helps release nutrients and beneficial starches into the water, creating a cloudy, milky liquid. After a minute or two of swishing, pour off the milky liquid into another container. This is your rice water tonic. It's important to use only the first rinse, as it contains the most nutrients and is gentle enough for your plants. Always use the first rinse only, since repeated rinses become too diluted and less effective, and make sure you're using uncooked rice. Cooked rice won't release the same nutrients. The nutrients in rice water, like small amounts of nitrogen and trace minerals, can help stimulate root growth and improve soil health. To use your potato water, simply replace one regular watering with potato water about once a week or every 2 weeks. This gives your plants a gentle nutrient boost without overwhelming them. Rice water is a bit stronger, so use it more sparingly. About once every 2 to 3 weeks is plenty. Overusing it can lead to a buildup of starch in the soil, which isn't ideal for your plants. When applying either tonic, always pour directly onto the soil, not the leaves. This helps the roots absorb the nutrients and prevents any residue from sitting on the foliage, which could cause spots or mold. Be careful not to overwater your plants. Always check the soil first. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to water. If it's still moist, wait a few more days. Overwatering can lead to root rot and other problems. With just a little effort and a few kitchen scraps, you can create your own natural plant tonics at home. It's a fun, sustainable way to care for your plants and reduce waste at the same time. So next time you're boiling potatoes or rinsing rice, don't throw that water away. Instead, use it to nourish your houseplants and see the difference for yourself. Start your own experiment and keep track of how your plants respond. With a little care and creativity, you'll soon have thriving, happy plants, and the satisfaction of knowing you did it all with simple, homemade solutions. Our kitchen experiment ends with a clear winner, but the real lesson is about curiosity and discovery. Potato water transforms plants and soil, proving that simple, natural solutions can be powerful. Gardening is about experimenting, observing, and learning what works for you. Try saving your potato or rice water and test it on your own plants. Watch for greener leaves, faster growth, and healthier roots. Every garden is a laboratory, and every gardener a scientist. So, which will you try? Team potato or team rice? The great garden debate is open. Where do you stand?